Elon is so desperate to try and discredit this grassroots movement that this is the tweet he decided to throw his lot in with. Denver, Colorado to show up for Bernie Sanders and AOC. I mean, my God, the mental gymnastics here would be impressive. T-Mobile and every other cell carrier's data? And did they also compile all of this data from previous events?
Ever seen a billionaire have a complete meltdown over a rally? Elon Musk just couldn't handle 34,000 people showing up for Bernie and AOC in Denver, so he did what any totally normal, not at all threatened billionaire would do. Claimed they were all paid actors. But here's the thing, while Musk was rage tweeting from his golden toilet or whatever, AOC was sharing cup noodles with young voters, and Bernie was drawing the biggest crowd Colorado's ever seen. Talk about a difference in leadership styles. This video shows exactly how America's favorite space boy got absolutely destroyed by two politicians who actually know what a grocery store looks like.
I can assure you that not until you see what Elon Musk just posted about Bernie Sanders and AOC have you truly experienced pathetic. But truly, the dumbest part has got to be Elon Musk agreeing with all of this.
So the world's richest man had a full-blown meltdown over what? People peacefully gathering in a park. When Elon Musk caught wind of Bernie and AOC drawing a massive crowd in Denver, he didn't just get mad. He went absolutely ballistic from behind his phone screen. Picture this. While 34,000 regular folks were standing shoulder to shoulder in the Colorado sunshine, Musk was presumably sitting in his sleek, cold, modern headquarters. You know, the kind of place where nothing is left to chance except apparently decency.
In their latest rally in Denver, where a staggering 34,000 people showed up. In fact, Bernie is drawing bigger crowds now than when he ran for president. Whisk tens of thousands of paid protesters across the entire United States, even after they took an axe to the agency.
Furiously typing away on Twitter. His diagnosis? The rally wasn't organic. Those 34,000 people? Just paid agitators, according to Musk. Seriously, dude? Let's talk about how absolutely bonkers this claim is. Musk essentially suggested that someone out there has enough cash lying around to hire 34,000 fake supporters. Even at minimum wage, we're talking millions of dollars just for a few hours of standing and cheering. Who exactly has that kind of money to throw around? Oh right, billionaires like Elon Musk. The irony is thick enough to spread on toast. Think about it. This is a guy who casually launches rockets into space as a side hustle, yet he's threatened by people holding cardboard signs in a park. Most billionaires just ignore criticism or have their PR teams handle it. Not our boy Elon. He had to personally wade into the fray, making increasingly desperate attempts to discredit what was happening.
And bigger crowds than Trump drew when he held rallies in the same venues. And given the fact that these rallies have focused on stopping oligarchy, I almost missed that it's apparently also funded by USAID, because on this list of buzzwords, why not just include USAID?
What's really fascinating is how differently other ultra-wealthy folks respond to criticism. Warren Buffett doesn't rage tweet when people question capitalism. Bill Gates doesn't call protesters fake news. But Musk, he took it personally, almost like he sensed something authentic happening that he couldn't control or buy. And that's what really got under his skin. While Musk's public appearances are carefully choreographed affairs with pre-screened questions and adoring fans, Bernie and AOC were connecting with real Americans. No scripts, no fancy lighting, just genuine conversation about issues that matter. The contrast couldn't be more stark. It's like comparing homemade soup to those freeze-dried space meals Musk probably dreams about serving on Mars. You want to know what really destroys Musk's paid agitators narrative? The actual human beings who showed up with real stories and real struggles. Stories that would break your heart and that no amount of money could fake. Stories that Musk, from his billion-dollar bubble, simply couldn't comprehend.
Elon is so desperate to try and discredit this grassroots movement that this is the tweet he decided to throw his lot in with. Denver, Colorado to show up for Bernie Sanders and AOC. I mean, my God, the mental gymnastics here would be impressive. T-Mobile and every other cell carrier's data? And did they also compile all of this data from previous events?
Behind those heart-wrenching stories Musk couldn't comprehend was something even more damaging to his ego. A scene so ordinary yet so powerful it exposed the gulf between Mars-obsessed billionaires and actual humans. While Elon was posting angry tweets from his tech fortress, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was sitting in a walk-up apartment with no elevator, slurping cup noodles with young voters. headquarters. No cameras, no staffers, just real talk about real problems. Picture the contrast. Musk, who could literally buy everyone in that building a mansion, versus AOC asking, "You got a chili packet?" and responding with, "Bronx girl, I was raised on heat." It wasn't staged political theater. They talked about rent struggles and food stamps without someone yelling cut between takes. That's the kind of authentic moment no billionaire's bankroll can purchase. What's telling is what they didn't discuss. No one mentioned Twitter, no one brought up Elon Musk, because when you're worried about making rent, billionaire temper tantrums aren't exactly top priority.
Explain away a movement against him that he's literally trying to make paid protesters being whisked across the United States happen. The reality is that Musk's desperate flailing is a testament to the fact that he has no leg to stand on here. If Musk had one scintilla of evidence that these crowds are just throngs of Act Blue and USAID funded paid protesters that are going from one rally to the next.
And then there was Alma. 4 days before the rally, she buried her son Javier. She didn't come to Denver for a paycheck as Musk suggested. She came with grief still raw, surrounded by tens of thousands of strangers listening to Bernie Sanders articulate the rage she felt. Her 26-year-old son died without insurance, ineligible for Medicaid, leaving behind $178,000 in medical bills. As she put it, "My son didn't die from illness. He died because this country chose men like Musk over kids like him." Try labeling that as paid activism, Elon.
Musk doesn't care about regular people because he is the farthest thing from a regular person. His priority, as it always has been, he is an aggressively unpopular billionaire whose sole focus is dismantling agencies that were investigating him.
This is what terrifies Musk enough to fire off those desperate tweets. Not the rally itself, but the reality it represents. As AOC later told MSNBC, looking directly into the camera, Elon Musk isn't scared of rallies, he's scared of reality. While he's tweeting about colonizing Mars, people like Alma are burying their children because they couldn't afford healthcare. What can't be purchased is the electricity that runs through a crowd when they recognize their shared struggles. When Bernie and AOC listen rather than lecture. When someone like Alma stands up and speaks truth that pierces through billionaire bubbles. This is what AOC meant when she said Musk is buying influence through platforms and candidates, but is threatened by people coming together. The cosmic joke here is that Musk's attempt to discredit the rally only amplified its message. He wanted everyone to believe these weren't real voices, but his panicked reaction proved just how real and powerful they were. So here we are, folks, watching history unfold. While Musk hides behind his keyboard, real Americans created a movement that has him shaking in his designer boots. And what's his defense? Calling them fake. Classic billionaire move. If you can't beat them, pretend they don't exist. AOC nailed it when she said Musk isn't scared of rallies, he's scared of reality, and that the truth of people power is too terrifying for someone who spent his life buying everything else. The richest dude on the planet just learned a priceless lesson. You can't meme your way out of a movement. No algorithm can stop people standing together. Game, set, match to the people.